Ladies and gentlemen, the Cherry Hill West High School Marching Band. At this time, the Cherry Hill West Marching Band would like to honor the senior band members. Please direct your attention to the 50-yard line. The seniors will be joined by their parents and presented with flowers from the Cherry Hill West Music Boosters. Mr. Simon, Cherry Hill West principal, will assist in the presentation. Would the senior parents please step forward to the 50-yard line. This year's seniors include color guard, Jody Rush, horn line, Teresa Bricker, horn line, Kate Durant, drum line, James Rabick, drum line, Matt Kohler, drum line, Mario Ajero, and senior drum majors, Ron DeJesus and Russ Feinberg. On behalf of the entire Cherry Hill West community, we would like to thank our seniors for their loyalty and dedication to the marching band. Let's give them a big hand, please.
Ladies and gentlemen, we would now like to introduce the senior football players from Cherry Hill High School West. First one, number 73, Peg Brown. Number 2, number 33, Ed Hillman. Number 63, Robert Connor. Number 52, Dan Laird. Number 32, Anthony Howard. Number 66, Ryan Schaefer. Number 72, Nate Carlson. Number 11, Mark Cummings. Number 54, Jim Plessel. Number 64, Chris Updike. And number 24, Booker Rhodes. And now the rest of the West team.
Hello and welcome to Jonas C. Morris Stadium, where today Cable Channel 18, Cherry Hill Public Schools Television, presents 1990 Homecoming, Cherry Hill East versus Cherry Hill West in varsity football. Hello, I'm Mark Schenk, and with me, Drew Golan, and today we'll be bringing you all the action from today's Cougars-Lions Crosstown Showdown. And Drew, West's deceiving 2-6 record doesn't look good compared to East 7-1 mark, but don't be fooled, West can play some good football.
The Lions are rebuilding a new attitude and tradition around first-year head coach Ike Smith. The Lions are led by senior running back safety Booker Rhodes, who averages about 17 tackles a game. A rising star in junior quarterback Walt Clymer, who loves to run that option. Senior linemen Chris Updike, Nate Carlton, Dan Laird, and Jimmy Klessel. And punter kicker, tight end linebacker, junior Bo Gray.
Well, the weather will certainly play a factor. It's cold, it's rainy, and it's nasty here at Jonas C. Morris Stadium, but it doesn't look like anything's going to be able to stop quarterback Kevin Foley. It's just a junior. He's wearing number 22 for the Cougars today, and he's already out to set records that no other quarterback in East history has ever done. But we'll be back with some more pregame activities and the opening kickoff of 1990 Homecoming. That's varsity football, East-West, the Cougars versus the Lions in the Crosstown Showdown at Cherry Hill. We'll be back.
Hello, we're on the field here at Cherry Hill West for our East-West Homecoming pregame show.
with me here.
Drumline,
Sean from Cherry Hill West.
Rabing.
What is Western have to do to win this game?
Drumline,
Basically, Dave,
Matt
they have
Fuller.
to keep Kevin Foley and the East offense
Drumline,
off the field.
Mario
They need a
Ajero.
ball control
And
offense. They need
senior
Anthony
drum
Howard
majors,
and Booker
Ron
Rhodes to
DeJesus
get good running production.
and Russ Feinberg.
Okay, Todd, what about Cherry Hill East offense? What are they going to have to do to be great today?
Well, everyone knows Kevin Foley is
On
the
behalf
quarterback
of the
of South
entire
Jersey
Cherry Hill
this
West
year.
community,
He will
we would
throw
like
the
to
ball in
thank
a
our
positive answer
seniors
and
for
earn
their
10 to be
loyalty and
successful.
dedication
If
to
that
the
doesn't
marching
work,
band. Let's
Josh
give them
Steinberg
a big
can run
hand,
the ball.
Jason, we got a little wind here, and what's the weather conditions going to be like? How's it going to affect the game?
Well, right now it's raining, and second half is supposed to be pretty bad. It's supposed to get colder and it's supposed to get pretty windy, so it's going to depend which team is against the wind, and it's going to be a big effect.
Okay, that'll do it for us here on the field. Coming up, the annual 1990 Cherry Hill East, Cherry Hill West homecoming football game.
Okay, welcome back to Jonas C. Morris Stadium as the captains for Cherry Hill West and Cherry Hill East meet at center field for the coin toss. The seniors for both of these teams are going to be the captains for this game. Cherry Hill West will receive, and they have won the toss. And we're about ready to start this game in a couple minutes. I'm Drew Golan along with David Smith.
Ladies and gentlemen, if I may just have a moment of your time, please. This game marks the 10th on the dedication of the Jonas C. Morris Stadium and Scholarship Park. Morris, a long-standing board member and friend of both East and West, will long be remembered as a dedicated community member, a friend of youth, and a devoted public servant. Will everyone please stand and sing as the Cougar Marching Band plays our national anthem.
Special teams huddling up for their final instructions from their head coach.
The tee is in place here at Jonas C. Morris Stadium. Kicking off for Cherry Hill East will be Eric Henry.
Deep back for Cherry Hill West, number 12, Walt Clymer, and number 42, Kevin Brickner.
Reminder, the scoreboard clock is official.
There's a whistle.
Got ready to start this game.
Henry ready. And here's the kickoff.
Kick goes deep. Walt Clymer has the ball. Starts at about the 8-yard line. He's moving. And he's tackled about the 24-yard line.
Clymer on return, stopped by Cornell. First down, Lions.
First down, Cherry Hill West. Walt Clymer, the junior quarterback.
24 of the line. First down, one.
First play of this game. Clymer's got Howard and Booker Rhodes behind him. Hand off to Booker Rhodes. And Rhodes pushes into the pile for a gain of about 3.
Bruce Weller right there making the tackle.
Janowski and Paparella. Stopping Rhodes.
No gain on that play. Second down and 10. Clymer in the option. Pitches it to Booker Rhodes, who is tackled.
That's one thing he's going to have to watch. On their defense has been a little bit suspect against the run, and here this option may confuse a lot of these players here today.
Third down and 8 for Cherry Hill West.
Ball at the line, 26.
Lions bring out 3 receivers. Clymer's back to pass. He's going deep for Booker Rhodes, and the pass is incomplete. And it'll bring up a 4th and 8.
The pressure was put on there by Chris Dwyer.
4th down, 8 at the line, 26. Deep for the Cougars, Priola.
McCann checks in for Salvatore, and Priolo's going to be the deep man back to receive this punt.
Punting for Cherry Hill West is number 84, junior Bo Gray.
Pressure on that punt again by Dwyer. It's going to be no run back. It's going to be out of bounds at about the 45-yard line, and East is going to take over. Kevin Foley, Eric Henry, and the rest of the offensive squad taking the field.
West has to avoid those 3rd and longs.
45.
Or else they're going to be put in situations like this. East has great field position for their first drive of the day.
Foley hands off up the middle to Zeberline.
He's tackled by number 66, Brian Schaefer, and number 70, Jay Jenkins.
It's going to be about a 4-yard gain there. It will be 2nd down and 6.
Ball at the Cougar, 48. 2nd down, 7.
Foley back to pass. The receiver slips, gets back up again and turns the corner. That's Eric Henry.
He's tackled by number 42, Kevin Rickner.
Gets pulled down at the ankles, and he's a couple of yards shy of the 1st down. It'll be 3rd and 2 for the Cougars.
Pass completed to Henry, stopped by Rickner. Ball at the Lions, 47. 3rd down, 2.
And it's too much time for Cherry Hill East. It's offside Cherry Hill West. Repeat that. So it'll be a 1st down for Cherry Hill East.
That was a tough call there. East had just lined up, and someone moved just a little bit. That's kind of a stingy call, but I guess you have to make it here in this game.
It'll be a 1st down for Cherry Hill East. Ball on the Cherry Hill West 42.
Ball at the line, 42.
Steinberg, the lone setback. And they go to him.
Another
With the flag on the play. Steinberg breaks a few tackles. He's trying to get to the outside, and he gets pulled down.
Tackled by 42 Brickner, but let's see what the call is.
However, penalty.
That would be a first down for Cherry Hill East.
Penalty, no legal procedure.
Illegal procedure against Cherry Hill East. That'll bring up a second down. First down. About 10, 15.
It's going to be first and 15 for the Cougars. Looks like they're going to mark off 5 yards.
Ball back at the 47 of the line.
It's not surprising when East runs, they go to Steinberg. 55% of their rushing plays go to Steinberg, and his rushing total makes up 53% of their rushing yards. He runs about 4.6 in the 40, and he's really just solidified the backfield, the tailback.
I guess that was a break for Cherry Hill West on that play. Would have been a first and 10 deep in West territory. But now it's first and 15 a little farther back.
I think with the rain and the wind today, we're going to see a lot of Steinberg. He's set back again. He's going to be blocking this time. No, Foley in trouble.
And he's pressured by
Breaks
64,
away, and he's going to be pulled down.
And 72, Nate Carlton records a tackle.
Kevin got away from one tackler and couldn't break free. That West line just collapsed right on him.
64, Chris Updike put the initial pressure on Foley, caused him to run out of the pocket. No gain on the play. So that is a sack for Nate Carlton.
47.
Second and 15 for the Cougars. Foley rolling out. He's in a little bit of trouble. Guns the ball. Henry can't come up with it, incomplete.
45, Gary Pryor made the hit to knock the ball loose. Bring up a third and 15. Once again, the lane got pressure on Foley.
Joe Prasarchik there, Cherry Hill East quarterback coach, seeing a little bit of a few problems here that East usually doesn't see this year.
Talking to some of the West defensive linemen, they said that they need the early confidence getting the pressure, and they know they can control Foley the rest of the day. Foley's back again, third down and long.
That's the fourth time he's had to roll out. He goes out to the sideline, a little screen pass, taking it up the field.
And Brickner is on the tackle.
He's not going to get the first down, and that's not the offense Cherry Hill East wants to run. It's going to be fourth down and about 4 yards. East is going to go for it. Prasarchik signals in the play.
Big play early in this game. We're down in 3.
It's a long 3 here. Steinberg the lone setback. They may go to him. No, Foley's back to pass. Over the middle, that's complete. That's Chris Dwyer doing what he does best, the tight end cutting across, getting the first down.
Tackled by 83.
First down, Cougar.
Tackled by 83.
Ball at the line, 25.
Foley's going to call a timeout. He doesn't like what he sees on the defensive side with Cherry Hill West. Timeout, Cougars. It's going to come with 5:53 to go in the first quarter. East penetrating, ball on the Cherry Hill West 26-yard line. Each is set.
First down, Cougars, 25 of the line.
Steinberg nailed
By
behind the line of scrimmage.
72 Carlton, and the tackle is finally made by 65 Dave Patella.
He lost about a half a yard on that play.
Correction for West, number 83 is Steve Smith. Number 83 for West, Steve Smith. Second down.
Okay.
10.
Second down 10, no game for Charles East.
Line 25.
They're trying to use that run to set up the pass, and that's what they're going to do. Foley puts it up. And
Intercepted!
Going the other way, Cherry Hill West.
That is 42, Brickner! Brickner may go all the way! Kevin Brickner! Touchdown! Cherry Hill West, Kevin Brickner! Kevin Brickner, the junior cornerback, picks off the Kevin Foley pass and brings it 60 yards back for the touchdown. 80 yards back for the touchdown. Junior Kevin Brickner. The Lions have done in 7 minutes what they couldn't do all of last year in the East-West game, and that's score points.
Can you say upset? West is thinking it right now. That was an absolutely incredible play. They had one man to beat in the corner. Steinberg had the angle, but wow, did he turn on the speed.
Kevin Brickner. And we have an excited West football team. Bo Gray in for the extra point, holding Walt Clymer. Bogey's kick is good, and Cherry West leads Cherry East 7-0.
Foley did not want to throw that pass. We could tell. It looked like he wanted to go to Henry there on the outside, and he ended up just putting the ball up because the pressure from the line, the defensive line there, they're the ones that really caused that interception.
Big play early in this football game.
He doesn't throw many of those in the Eastern game last week.
I think that ball was tipped into Brickner's hands. If we look at that again. And Brickner turns on the speed for 7 or 6. And Bo Gray puts in the extra point for 7. 7-0 Cherry Hill West.
That's Foley's 4th interception in a little more than a game. That's not Kevin Foley. That's his 9th on the year.
Cherry Hill West has not beaten East in about 5 years. And we're going to have this kickoff. Bo Gray kicking for Cherry Hill West.
Back for East is Josh Steinberg. James Francisconi is back also.
Coach Ike Smith must be ecstatic. East does not want to give West confidence. And here's Bo Gray's kickoff.
Big Bo can boot it.
Whistle is blow. I think West was offsides on that play. Let's see what the call is.
Criollo caught the ball. It looks like they're going to kick it again.
Yes.
Illegal
procedure against Cherry Hill West. So they'll have to kick it to 35. Five minutes, 4 seconds left in the first quarter. Cherry Hill West leading Cherry Hill East 7-0.
Penalty, illegal procedure. Gray kicking off from the 35.
Here's Gray's kick.
It's going to be Steinberg.
Kicks it about the 15.
He's at the 25, turning upfield.
And he's tackled by 42, Brickner. Brickner's the man today, making big tackles and running back an interception for a touchdown. Kevin Brickner.
He gets nailed about the 34-yard line, and East will take over after a tough offensive series, only to get intercepted and then a run back for the touchdown. Kevin Foley back on the field, looking to regroup. Foley's 3 of 5 for 25 yards and an interception. Steinberg back again. 3 wide out. Foley looking to pass.
Almost intercepted by 12, Walt Clymer.
There was really no Cougar receiver even close there. Zeberline was cutting across. Foley totally missed him. Prosarczyk is not very happy on the sideline. He's signaling in another play. East offense just doesn't look like the East offense here in the first few minutes of this game.
Okay, Foley sets up for 2nd down and 10.
Devancy and Henry are wide. Steinberg's back. Way out of bounds there. Looking for Henry. I don't know. This isn't Kevin Foley.
Kevin Brickner defending that play, but Foley just threw it out of bounds, so it really didn't matter.
Now 3 for 7. Foley usually goes to Henry and Savansary about 35% of the time he throws the ball. He's going to those two. He's only thrown to them twice out of 7.
I'm looking at this matchup. Henry against 54 Jim Klessel usually plays defensive line, but here we go. Oh,
Foley guns the ball in there. That
Tackled
was
by
going to be
Brickner.
complete to Tom Savansary.
Brickner. Now that 54 Klessel, big guy, runs about a 4.7. That's an interesting matchup. Usually plays defensive line. And he sets the first down.
Brickner's all over the place today. I think the Cougars are going to have to get Dwyer, the tight end, a little bit more involved in the offense. Henry goes in motion. They go to Steinberg. He pushes up the middle for about 3 yards. Gets pulled
Steinberg
down.
taken down by 72 Nate Carlton and 64 Chris Updike.
Steinberg, stopped by Carlton and Closer.
He's gained 4 on the play. 2nd down, 6.
Well, at the 42,
He's once again running to set up the pass probably here with Henry and Savansary lined up on the outside. Dwyer on the right. They go to Dwyer, and he drops the ball.
Dwyer was defended by 42 Brickner.
It's going to be 3rd and 6 for the Cougars. The rain may be having an effect on Foley in the passing game. Foley back to pass once again. This time, that goes to Savansary, but there's a flag on the play.
Tackled by Cummings. Let's see what the flag is all about. Pass interference against Trail West.
Penalty, defensive interference.
That's a 10-yard penalty. So we'll bring up a 1st down for Cherry Hill East.
Right about the 26-yard line, the same spot Foley got picked off last time.
Be interesting what kind of call the coaches of East will make.
Line 27.
Oh, he's back to pass. Klessel.
Pressure. Foley puts it up.
Almost intercepted by Brickner.
Brickner's all over the field. He's got a number on Foley today.
2:55 left to go in the first quarter. Cherry Hill West winning 7-0. That's right, Cherry Hill West winning 7-0.
The time of possession stats here are heavily in East's favor, but West is the team with the points on the board. Second down and 10 for the Cougars.
They're double covering.
They're going to go. That's going to be caught. Turn up the field. Dwyer. He gets brought down at about the 22-yard line.
Tackled by 54 Jim Klessel and 24 Booker Rhodes. They're double covering Eric Henry, which is probably the smart thing to do.
A lot of coverage has been going to Tom Savantri's way also. That's why he's going to have to go to Dwyer and to Steinberg and his Everline and move the ball that way.
Third down 4 for Child East. 13 left to go in the first quarter. Time is running.
There's a handoff to Steinberg. He breaks the tackle.
He gets the first down, and he is brought down by number 83, Steve Schmidt, and 42, Kevin Brickner. First down, Child East.
Down at about the 14-yard line.
Kevin Brickner comes off the field. Placed by 11, Mark Cummings.
Savantre is wide left. Foley has to roll out. He goes to Tom. Tries to break a tackle, but there's a lot of white jerseys right there to bring him down.
He's brought down by 66, Brian Schaefer, and 64, Chris Updike. Second down 2 for Child East.
Clock's running with 1:14 play in the first quarter. Second down and 2 for the Cougars. Everline and Steinberg lined up in the back. Henry in motion. They're going to pitch to Steinberg. He turns upfield. In the end zone for a touchdown. Just barely crosses the plane. Steinberg with the touchdown for the Cougars.
So East has controlled the ball and are looking to tie it right now on the extra point.
It's Josh Steinberg's 6th touchdown of the year. And that's the drive East needed to do right there, without a doubt, to come right back after the interception and the run back. Eric Henry, Foley holding. That might not make it no good.
No good. 7-6 Charlie West. Lions in the lead.
That is a rarity. Eric Henry hardly ever misses extra points. That's a tough one for Cherry Hill East. 7-6. The Lions still leading this game. Steinberg started the game averaging 3.8 yards per carry. He's been the big rusher here today. Today's rush 5 times for 24 yards. That brings his season total to 286 on the year.
Okay, the East Cougars will kick. Deep back for West is Walt Clymer and 21, Joel Correa.
On that extra point, I don't think the snap was bad. I think Henry just kind of missed it there. The ball might have been a little bit slippery. Chris Broadbelt is going to kick off now. Puts that one up high in the air, kind of short.
Clymer picks up for West. And he gets to about the 25-yard line.
East is going to have to watch that. Walt Clymer, he can beat you so many ways. Such a quality player there for Cherry Hill West.
Okay, first down for Cherry Hill West. Only their second possession of the game. They're leading 7-6. Handoff goes. Uh-oh, little boggle here. Booker Rhodes falls on it. They tried running the option there. Clymer lost handle, and Rhodes fell on the ball about the 13-yard line.
It looked like Clymer and Rhodes weren't on the same angle there. Miscommunication.
And that will end the first quarter of play. Cherry Hill West leading 7-6 over Cherry Hill East. We'll be back after these messages on cable channel 18.
I smoked for about 30 years. I knew what it was doing to me. You know, my doctor gave me 1,000,001 reasons to quit, all perfectly sensible. But you know why I finally did it? Had to do with an upcoming birthday. Yours.
It's never too late to quit. For free help and information, call 1-800-4CANCER.
Clymer's got a second down and 20 for Cherry Hill West as we start the second quarter of play. Clymer's back to pass, looking for Cummings, throws to Cummings, completes the pass to Cummings at about the 27-yard line.
Gino Priolo just missed it right there on the tackle. He was right next to him. Pretty good play there from Clymer.
Clymer looked to Cummings all the way. Third down 9 for Cherry Hill West. 11-yard gain on the play. Big third down here for Cherry Hill West. Clymer's trying to get things started here. He's got Anthony Howard in the backfield, Booker Rhodes, Mark Cummings near side, Bo Gray far side. Clymer's back to pass. He's got pressure. Clymer evades pressure, goes for Bo Gray. Bo Gray misses the pass, then it'll bring up a 4th and 9 for Cherry Hill West.
Tom Cervantes was right there on Bo. East just missed having a sack in the backfield, but Clymer did a good job to get away from it, and they'll be punting.
Okay, Bo Gray will be punting for West. Fourth and 9 at about the 28-yard line. Cherry Hill West, 11:14 left in the first half.
Back deep are Suvansri and Priolo, and the kick is away. It's going to be Suvansri, but he doesn't want it. And it's going to roll, and West downs it at about 30, 35.
About a 37-yard kick on the play. Chris Croce downs it for Cherry Hill West, and Cherry Hill East has the ball again. Cherry Hill West has yet to get a first down.
Well, Clymer really isn't throwing the ball too well. All of West's offense has been on defense, and they lead 7-6. Kevin Foley, the quarterback, number 22 for Cherry Hill East, 6 of 12 for 67 yards in the first quarter. And he'll be operating from the 36-yard line of Cherry Hill East. Josh Steinberg lines up in the backfield. He is the lone setback. Verse is on, and it's going to be Cervantes around the right side, and he's tackled almost immediately. A gain of about 2. Good defense by Cherry Hill West.
And the man who made that tackle and stopped that play dead is 42, Kevin Brickner. Cherry Hill West has got to get things started on offense.
The Lions were not fooled at all on that play on defense. The play looked like it was going to Steinberg and went to Cervantes around the right side, and the Lions did an excellent job. The linebackers came right back up and stopped the play.
Key to the Lions game, Mark, has to be keeping the ball on offense. You cannot let these powerful offense have the ball this long in the game.
Backs in the eye, Zeberline, and now it's Steinberg right up the middle, and he's got lots of room. He's coming across to the near side. He's got all the way into Cherry Hill West territory, down to about the 42-yard line. Josh Steinberg, about a 20-yard gain as he took a good block from Matt Zeberline and ran it all the way into Lions territory.
Tackled by Gary Pryor, first down the Cherry Hill East.
Steinberg, of course, the leading rusher for Cherry Hill East so far this season. He came into the game with averaging about 3.8 yards per carry and 5 touchdowns. But Zeberline gave him a great lead block there. And it's 1st and 10 for the Cougars. Foley backs in the open set. Zeberline and Steinberg. Foley to Steinberg, and he runs right through the West defense again, and he's got another first down all the way to about the 30-yard line, and Josh Steinberg is tearing through that Lions defense.
Tackled by number 20, Chris Croce. We have a late flag on the play.
Well, the ball is spotted at the 31, but we have an official timeout, and they threw a very late flag there. We could be having a personal foul. And it's going against the Lions. Looks like in the nature of a personal foul type thing.
So we'll bring East from the 31 to the line. 16, so that's a 15-yard play there. Can't
Really?
afford to do that. That's just a bad penalty right there.
I got to agree. That's kind of costly. You know, you don't want the Lions to be giving the Cougars any advantages. It's tough enough trying to play East without having to give them 15 yards on personal foul calls. So now Kevin Foley, with the help of Josh Steinberg, seeming to move East's offense downfield quickly. 9 minutes, 21 seconds remain in the first half. It's 7-6. The difference, a missed extra point by Eric Henry. And here's Kevin Foley. First and 10 on the 16, and they give us to Steinberg, and he stopped after about a 3-yard gain.
He's tackled by number 65, Steve Patella, and number 20, Chris Croce.
Well, East coach Bo Wood has got to be pleased with Josh Steinberg's early game performance so far.
The third time he's been deep in West Territory, scoring once.
And they were intercepted the other time. 2nd and 7 for the Cougars. Foley with the backs in the eye. It's Zeberline and then Steinberg behind him. And they give us to Steinberg around the right side, and he stopped almost immediately.
Tackled by number 20, Chris Croce again.
That was good run defense by the Lions there. It's down to about the 12-yard line. And it'll be 3rd and 7 with 8:23 to go in the first half. And you'll look for Foley to try to put it in the end zone here, I think. Kevin Foley came into the game completing 62% of his passes for almost 2,000 yards with 20 touchdowns and only 8 interceptions. And he's got 1 more interception today. That makes 9, but he's been having a great season so far. And now he lines up, backs in the open set, and now Foley back to pass, looks, and he misses Tom Cervantry, and the pass is dropped. It was not intercepted, and it was trapped there by
number 12, Walt Clymer. Clymer's disagreeing with that call, but I think the referees were correct on that call.
Yeah, that looked like a trap. Tom Cervantry couldn't hang on to the pass. It was going from his right to his left, and the pass was a little bit behind him, so it was dropped, and the Cougars are going to have to go for a field goal here. Or maybe they'll go on 4th down. Let's see what Bo Wood decides to do.
Yes, they are going for it, I believe. Oh, no, Henry's setting up the tee. So this will be a 30-yard field goal attempt by Eric Henry.
Foley will spot the ball.
And
there was movement on the line,
yes, West
and
was drawn off.
Well, we'll see if East made the first move or if West made the first move. It looked like the West side of the line jumped, but they could have been taken off by the Cougars. Oh, it's against West. So that'll cost them an encroachment penalty.
So while he's doing this play, 4th and 2.
Well, that'll make it just much easier for Eric Henry. Now, instead of the ball being spotted, it's now not a 30-yard kick, but it'll be, well, they're spotting the ball where now?
15, so it'll be a 25-yard field goal attempt.
Okay. Well, Henry had trouble, of course, on that extra point. That is the difference in the ball game. We'll see if he can connect on this 25-yard field goal. The ball is spotted. The kick is up. And it's good, and the Cougars have taken the lead on Eric Henry's 25-yard field goal. It's now Cherry Hill East 9, Cherry Hill West 7.
For the Cougars 9, Lions 7.
Whitmer and Clymer each kicking off broad belt.
Well, the Cougars can't be too happy with the fact that they've been inside the West 30-yard line 3 times and only have 10 points to show for it.
And really, they really should only have, if you really count the interception touchdown, they only have 3 points to show for it.
Right, so I don't think that Bo Wood has to be pleased with his offense once they get inside the 20-yard line. This is going to be Chris Broadbelt again, kicking off for the Cougars. Eric Henry's not doing it, so Broadbelt puts his leg into it.
And Walt Clymer catches the ball at about the 15. Clymer up to the 25, 30. Clymer's got an opening, and he's tackled at about the 43-yard line.
That was a great return by Clymer. He really showed some moves there, spinning around tacklers and creating open spaces, and it's going to be Cherry Hill West football at their own 43-yard line. 7 minutes, 33 seconds to go. First half, it's 9-7 Cougars.
Walt Clymer's got 7 minutes, 27 seconds to try to get the Lions in the end zone. They have the best field position of the day for the Lions. They're at about their own, 43-yard line. Clymer's got Cummings near side with Bo Gray. Back to the eye. Clymer's handoff to Booker Rhodes. Booker Rhodes marches for about 3 yards.
Number of Cougars combined on the tackle looked like Mickey Geis was in there first. Cougars have a pretty good run defense. It's kind of difficult to run against them. Their defense has been pretty solid all season long. They've only got 1 loss, and that was a tough loss at Coatesville a couple weeks ago. They're 7-1 and hoping that they can escape from homecoming with a win. The Lions are giving them quite a test.
Second down, 7 for Cherry Hill West. They're down 9-7, backs in the eye. Booker Rhodes is a deep sec back. Clymer's pitch to Rhodes. Rhodes may have picked up the first down. It'll be close.
He was knocked out by number 45, Steve Smith, for the Cougars.
Looks like it's a gain of about 7 or 8. It'll be a tough call here. And they're going to bring out the chains.
Well, West, once again, moving the football. Doesn't look like the defense is really having much of a say in today's game. And I'm surprised because the weather conditions really are much more in favor of the defense than the offense. Foley's been throwing the ball almost exclusively, and that's surprising considering it's so cold and rainy out.
What this call is, Lions are giving the ball to Booker Rhodes now, the senior running back. A lot of experience, and he may have picked up the first down.
It is a first down for the Lions.
So Booker Rhodes having success against the defense. 6:25 left to go in the second quarter. 9-7 Cherry Hill East first down. Lions on the East 47.
We'll have to see what Clymer does here for the Lions. I'm going to say again, I'm really very surprised that the offenses have been able to be that effective so far today, despite the interceptions. I think that the weather really would have played a bigger factor. It's cold, it's rainy, it's drizzling. And there's Drew Golan. There he is, folks. With the glasses. And the glasses off. Hot stuff, eh, Drew? Let's go back to the field. Clymer's ready.
Prescription. Option to Booker Rhodes. Booker Rhodes rushes to about the 40-yard line. So Booker Rhodes picks up another 7 yards. So on 3 carries, Booker Rhodes has it up. 17 yards.
Tom Samansary made the tackle for the Cougars, along with a couple of others, Matt Zebberline and a few other players.
Second down 3 for Cherry Hill West. 5:56 left to go in the second quarter. So Lions have been having success with Booker Rhodes. Let's see if they go to him again. He's deep in the eye. Clymer's handoff to Anthony Howard. He may have picked up the first down, and he brings it to about the 37-yard line. Let's see if he has it.
Looked like Anthony Mitchell was in there on the stop for the Cougars.
And we'll have another measurement, it seems. Yes, we will have another measurement.
They spotted the ball at around the 37-yard line of the Cougars. And they're bringing out the chains. 5:29 to go first half. Don't forget, we're gonna have some more of our homecoming festivities for you at halftime. We'll present the floats and the homecoming kings and queens for the classes at both schools. So stay with us at halftime where we'll be bringing you more 1990 homecoming festivities from Jonas C. Morris Stadium. It's wet and it's rainy, but the atmosphere is still festive.
Third down in only centimeters.
Ball at the Cougar 37.
The Lions have third and Brahim, so third and 1, 5:20 left to go in the second quarter. And Clymer with the quarterback keeper, he's got the first down easily.
East short yardage defense couldn't come up with a total stop there. So West will continue to move the football now. And I think the Cougars, they want to prevent West from scoring. It better come up with a turnover soon because the Lions are moving the ball at ease right now with some good rushing. And they're almost exclusively putting the ball on the ground. They're not taking a chance going through the air. And it seems to be working. The referees, in an effort to try to keep the ball dry, are putting that pink towel on it. They're taking it off now, but try to give the quarterbacks any advantage they can. Keep that ball dry.
Okay, Walt Clymer, bring out the team. The Lions are marching down the field. Clymer's pitches to Rhodes again. Booker Rhodes, turning the corner. Picks up about 3 or 4 on that play.
Looked like Eric Henry, number 86, was in there on the stop. Or it could have been Andy Chinovsky. Yes, it was probably Chinovsky on the tackle.
Picked up 2 on the play. Second down, 8. 4:40 left to go in the second quarter. 9-7, Cherry Hill East leading Cherry Hill West.
Andy Chinovsky, number 46 for the Cougars, is third on the team with 47 tackles coming into the ballgame.
Cherry Hill West in white, Cherry Hill East in orange. Cherry Hill West on offense, they're marching down the field. Second down, 8. Clymer bringing the team into the scrimmage. Clymer to pass. No delayed handoff to Booker Rhodes, but he stopped right at the line of scrimmage.
There was a good blitz on by Mickey Geis. He came right through the line, and the linebacker Geis, who comes in and plowed right into Booker Rhodes there. Geis, the linebacker, at 6 foot and 195, he's a senior, and Geis made a good play there to get inside into the backfield and make the tackle. And it's going to be 3rd and 14 for the Lions.
Oh, this is a big play right here. West wants to continue that drive.
Geis, of course, is first on the team in tackles. He had 95 coming into the ballgame, and he made a good play there. Here come the Lions, 3rd and 14.
Clymer's back to pass. Going deep for Mark Cummings, who makes the reception, and he's tackled at about the 16-yard line. First down, Lions.
That was a really fantastic pass and a good catch in double coverage made there by the Lions. And now they are certainly within scoring distance as Clymer made a fantastic pass and just ripped right through the defensive secondary of Cherry Hill East.
That connection, Clymer to Cummings, has been working very successful lately for the Cherry Hill West Lions.
That might have caught East off guard. They haven't thrown the ball in quite a while.
Ball's at the East 15. Clymer in the option. Pitches back to Rhodes. Rhodes gets tackled about the 12-yard line, so he picks up about 4 on the play. Second down, 6 for the Lions.
Savantry and Jake Jacobs in there on the tackle for the Cougars. And East really has to come up big here to stop West from scoring a touchdown. They really don't want to go into the locker room down to the Lions here and give West any unneeded momentum. The Lions are playing some very gritty football, and as it always seems to be in these crosstown showdowns, it doesn't matter what the record is coming into the ball game. It only matters how you play on the field. And at any given day, the Lions, even though they're 2-6, can play good enough football to beat even a 7-1 East team.
This is very important for West. Confidence on offense. They've been having a lot of trouble inside the 20. Let's see what Clymer can do. Clymer back to pass. Goes to the end zone. Looks like pass interference against Anthony Howard. First down, Lions.
I think they're calling Jake Jacobs, number 12 there, as he was in there a little bit early.
Pass interference against Cherry Hill East. First down, Lions.
Now that is a costly penalty. You know, you talk about penalties that are really going to hurt you. Well, Jake Jacobs got in there a little bit early, number 12 for the Cougars, and he created a pass interference situation that's now going to cost East dearly because West should have it 1st and 10 inside the 5-yard line.
Wow, big play.
And now West has just got to take advantage of this opportunity and put it in the end zone and see if they can make it 14-9. It's 9-7 East. 2 minutes, 40 seconds to go, first half.
Clymer hands it off to Booker Rhodes. He gets to about, the 3-yard line. So it'll be second down and 3.
Andy Chanowski looked like he was in there on the tackle.
Second down goal on the 3-yard line.
Second down at the Cougar 4.
Be second down goal on the Cougar 4. Out is Anthony Howard. In is Chris Kirchie. See what the Lions come up with here. Hand off to Booker Rhodes. Booker Rhodes in the end zone. Touchdown, Booker Rhodes. Lions are now in the lead as of now, 13-9. Depending on the extra point, they can add to the lead, and I can't believe what I'm seeing. The Lions are leading with 2 minutes left in the second quarter, 13-9. Mark?
Well, the West Sideline is ecstatic right now as the home East crowd is right now suddenly stunned. Cougars got out to a slow start. They were down 7-0. Then they got up 9-7, and now the Lions are up 13-9 with a chance to make it a 5-point lead with this extra point.
They're going for the extra point, I believe. Yes, they are. Bo Gray attempting the extra point. Clymer holds, and the kick is good! 14-9, Trail West in the lead after Booker Rhodes. 4-yard touchdown. March. That drive, a lot of runs by Booker Rhodes there, Mark, and very costly pass interference penalty.
An almost exclusively a ground game played by West so far, and they've moved the ball effectively against East rushing defense. It seemed like West had no trouble getting the ball down the field, and as you see, just 2 minutes and 1 second to go in the first half for East to get themselves ahead going into the locker room here at Jonas C. Marr Stadium.
Very important, Mark. Booker Rhodes, big carries, and of course that Mark Cummings catch for about 14-yard gain to bring West inside the 20. So I can't believe what I'm seeing here, Mark.
Well, Walt Clymer's really moving the ball effectively. You know, you got to give West credit. West coming into the game was clearly outmatched, and they're playing above their heads and beating East soundly at home.
Not only that, Mark, 60-yard drive took off 5 minutes. West with their second touchdown of the game. Oh, great a kick for the Lions.
Well, East fans have to keep in mind that this is not over. We're only halfway through. And the Cougars are usually quite a good fourth-quarter team, so don't go anywhere. Don't assume the game is over.
Oh, great a kickoff for the Lions. Here's the boot.
And it's going to go to Josh Steinberg at about the 5. Steinberg runs right into the line, and he's dropped at about the 25-yard line.
These Lions are looking aggressive. He's brought down by, 83, Steve Schmidt. The Lions look psyched up here. First down, Cherry Hill East. They're on about their own 30-yard line. They only have 1 minute, 44 seconds to work with.
Okay, 1 minute, 40 seconds to go. And here's Kevin Foley. He's got Josh Steinberg, who's got 67 yards rushing so far. Here's Foley, and he's got a man wide open, and that's Dwyer, and he runs out of bounds after a first down at about the 40-yard line.
Knocked out of bounds by 54, Jimmy Klessel.
Chris Dwyer, the tight end, and he came into the game with 26 catches for 333 yards, almost a 13 yards per catch for Chris Dwyer. And that was a first down there for the Cougars. They have it with the clock stopped. 1 minute, 26 seconds to go, and a dismal first half for the Cougars. They trail 14-9, trying to get themselves back in it before halftime. Here's Kevin Foley. One back, that's Josh Steinberg. Foley, he's got time. Go looking to the outside.
Almost intercepted by Kevin Brickner, right in his hands.
And he was looking for Eric Henry, but he was double covered, and that was an ill-advised pass by Kevin Foley. Eric Henry was not open, and he tried to force it into double coverage, and it almost cost him.
Mark, Kevin Brickner is playing an incredible defensive first half for the Lions. He has been unbelievable with, of course, that interception return for a touchdown, about a 70-yarder, 80-yarder there.
Foley now has completed 7 of 15 passes, and he has the ball 2nd and 10 at about the 43-yard line. He's got 57 yards to go to see if he can get East back ahead. A minute, 22 seconds to go first half. This is Kevin Foley. Once again, he's got time. He's in the pocket. looks, and he's got Chris Dwyer open, moving from his right to his left, and he runs out of bounds. And another good reception there by Chris Dwyer. And now Foley is moving the football a little bit more effectively for East.
First down, Cherry Hill East. Third down and 1, Cherry Hill East. On about the 49-yard line of Cherry Hill West.
Dwyer, 4 receptions, 34 yards so far in the first half. A minute 14 as East is doing a good job to keep the clock on their side now, running out of bounds and keeping that clock moving slow as they move the ball down the field, just across midfield at the West 49-yard line. This is Kevin Foley. Eric Henry in motion, coming to the near side. Foley. He's washed out of the pocket, and he throws.
Almost intercepted. Steve Schmidt and the West coaches falling all over themselves. 2 passes in a row that could have been and should have been intercepted. Oh, boy, he had a lot of open field, too, if he could have got that ball.
And Kevin Foley must be thanking his lucky stars because the passes that he's throwing don't look like they're very effective thus far. The only 2 passes on this drive that look good were the ones to Dwyer, but both times where he looked for Eric Henry, West players were in the way, and they both should have been intercepted, and Foley's getting lucky. Looks like West has called a timeout. Yes, West has called a timeout. I believe that's their first. East has already called 1 timeout. And this has not been an impressive drive for the Cougars when they need offense most. Kevin Foley hasn't been able to keep consistent with his passes. He's almost had 2 passes intercepted so far.
Go, wake up!
Back here at Jonas C. Morris Stadium, it's wet and it's dismal. And for East fans, it's even worse because they're losing 14-9 with halftime near approaching here at Homecoming 1990. 1 minute and 9 seconds to go, and a crowd of probably about 2,000, diminished by the weather. It's looking pretty much stunned so far. Kevin Foley, 4th and 1 for the Cougars. And they give us to Zeberline, and he plows through for a first down. Matt Zeberline did a good job there to plow through the line. Zeberline came into the game 17 carries, 47 yards, almost 3 for a carry. And he plowed through the line there to get the short yardage. And the Cougars call timeout with 1 minute 6 seconds to go. And they have the ball now at about the West 44-yard line.
Tackle on that play by Chris Croce and number 54, senior Jimmy Klessel, who is just playing a fantastic game, playing linebacker, stopping basically the East offense's last couple drives. Timeout, Cherry Hill East.
One minute, 6 seconds to go. First half, 14-9. The Lions lead the Cougars. Kevin Foley trying to get a last-minute drive for the Cougars to try to get themselves ahead at halftime. And this is Foley with the backs in the open set, Zeberline and Steinberg. But Foley back to pass. He's got lots of time as he rolls out, and he finds Tom Subensri, who drops the ball at about the 40-yard line. And it'll be 2nd and 10. Foley's not having a good second quarter. He's only 2 of 6 for 20 yards in the second quarter after having a better first quarter in which he completed for a higher percentage. He was 6 of 12 in the first quarter, and he's only 2 of 6 in the second. And Bo Wood cannot be happy so far with his quarterbacking, and Joe Pisarcik will have to do something about that at halftime. Okay, he's got the wide receivers out. Backs in the open set, that's Zeberline and Steinberg. And Foley back to pass. He's got time, he's got good blocking, and he throws it, and it's complete to Eric Henry coming from the right to the left.
Henry is tackled by number 11, Mark Cummings.
And that's a first down on the 34-yard line of West with 54 seconds to go in the first half, and East is hurrying up. But it looks like someone's called timeout.
They're just drying off the ball there, Mark.
Okay, so clock is running now. Kevin Foley's got the ball. And he throws it out of bounds in an effort to stop the clock. It's not intentional grounding because it was somewhere in the direction of Eric Henry. That'll stop the clock now. 48 seconds to go in the first half. 14-9, the Lions are ahead of the Cougars in a game that is pretty much shocked most of the people here at Jonas C. Marr Stadium, but the West fans have got to be happy with the way they've played so far today.
Second down, 10, ball at the Lions, 34.
Backs in the open set, wide receivers are split, as Merrill Reese would say, and now Foley back to pass. He's got time, but he's rushed out of the pocket, steps up nicely, and throws to Tom Subantry, who is coming inside the 5-yard line to about the 4, as Kevin Foley gunned it right into Tom Subantry's arms, and East has the football now deep inside Lions territory, and they hurry up to get it in there.
Tackled by Pryor and Clymer.
40 seconds to go. Foley's got his team right on the line as they hurried up, and now Foley runs out and throws it behind Eric Henry.
That was a backwards pass. They should lose yards on the play.
Well, it doesn't look like the refs are going to call it. It was in the direction of Eric Henry. Foley can just say, well, hey, my arm slipped. But we knew what he was doing. He's just stopping the clock now. 35 seconds to go. As Foley to Subantry there, a good connection. And East has the ball at about the 5-yard line. That was a 24-yard completion for Tom Subantry. He's caught 3 passes for 59 yards so far in the first half. And now with the backs in the eyes, Zeberline and then Steinberg. There's Matt Zeberline, number 34. But Foley's back to pass. He's being rushed, but he's got a man wide open, and it was Josh Steinberg, who cannot believe that he dropped the ball.
Pressure put on by number 20, Chris Croce, and he's all fired up. Third down 10 for Charlie. 31 seconds left in the first half. Injured player, freeze.
I can't tell who it is at this time, but it's an East timeout because the player was down on an injury inside a few minutes. It's an East timeout. And everybody's in taking a look. It looks like Mike DeMarco. No, it's Steve Salvarian. Number 60, Steve Salvarian, the junior. He's 5'11", 215 pounds, and he's down. And they're attending to him. Looks like Heather Keesing's in there. Yeah, it is Heather Keesing. She's in there checking it out. And they're going to attend to Salvarian while East thinks of a play that they can run. 31 seconds to go. It's 3rd and 10. The ball is at the Lions' 5-yard line. Cougars are down by 5 points. And a touchdown here would look mighty fine going into the locker room at halftime. It would really diminish some of the momentum that the Lions have had lately. Actually, it wasn't Heather Keesing. It was Karen Lipkowitz. Should have known that. All the East managers do a good job, though. All the East managers do a good job. Heather, Jen Dunphy, Karen Lipkowitz, Kristen Green. They're all there.
Big third down here.
Okay, now the ball is about the 10-yard line for the Cougars. And here's Foley with the back split. Eric Henry comes in motion. Foley, lots of time. Throws, he's got a man open, but it's going to be a pass interference.
They throw a flag down there.
And they're going to call it because Eric Henry, listen, the way you could do it is this. East had a pass interference penalty called on them deep inside their own territory on the last drive. I'm not sure what's going on here, but it looked like Eric Henry was there.
Might actually be getting against Charlie East. Legal man downfield against Charlie East, and then it hurts.
Hurts is not the word for the Cougars. It looked like Henry might have been hit a little bit early there, and that's what everybody thought was the call, but it wasn't pass interference. Illegal man downfield, and that is a costly penalty. 27 seconds to go.
And the Lions are seeing what they can get best out of here. Legal man downfield, Charlie East. And the penalty is declined. 4th down, 10 against Charlie East, and will they go for it or not?
Well, now West made an interesting strategy move there. They decided to force East into a 4th and 10 instead of a 3rd and 20. I guess they want to keep Foley off the field as much as possible, and I'm not really sure what Bo Wood's going to do.
And they're bringing in the kicking team.
It looks like they're going to go for the field goal. And if it was good, it would make it 14-12. The ball is going to be spotted at the 17-yard line. This is a 27-yard kick for Eric Henry. He already has a field goal in the ballgame at 25 yards, and this kick is up. And it looks perfect. So Eric Henry connects on field goals of 25 and 27 yards here in the first half. And the score is the Lions 14, the Cougars 12. 22 seconds to go, first half. And the score is the Lions 14, the Cougars 12. East kicking off for after the field goal. It's Eric Henry now. Chris Broadbelt's not kicking off anymore.
Deep back for Trail West, Walt Kleinring, Kevin Brickner.
Henry.
Brickner takes it about the 12 to the 20, 25. Brickner's out at the 30.
The Lions have 15 seconds to work with. Now the tackle is made by number 26 for the Cougars in the blue socks, and we have no roster number for number 26. All we know is that he's wearing blue socks.
Nice blue socks.
Nice blue socks, yes, but we have no roster number, and it looks like up here in the press box, nobody seems to know who number 26 is or why he's wearing blue socks. 15 seconds to go, first half, 14-12 Lions, and I think they'll probably just sit on it here and take their 2-point lead into the locker room at halftime, and they got to be pleased with that.
Clymer sits on the ball. Folks, the Lions are leading Cherry Hill East going into the first half. That's right, Cherry Hill West Lions 14, Cherry Hill East Cougars 12, and that is the end of the first half, folks. Don't go anywhere. Great halftime show coming out. Lots of floats, lots of fun, and lots of football to go. I'm Drew Going.
Okay, folks, we'll be back for the halftime show. This is Mark Shankin saying stay with us on Cable Channel 18, Cherry Hill Public Schools Television.
In that country, all the food tastes like chicken, except the chicken.
If they can't speak English, just talk louder.
For sensible information about going abroad, write to Americans Abroad, Pueblo, Colorado.
Let's have a nice round of applause for the Cougar Marching Band as they present a halftime show, Melody and Memories of Broadway. And a very good morning to everybody. On behalf of the students, faculty, and administrators of the sister high schools, Cherry Hill East, Cherry Hill West, we would like to welcome you today to the homecoming festivities. A very special welcome to any of the alumni who might be here, particularly to the class of 1990, which returns to Jonas C. Morris Stadium for the first time as Cougar graduates. The students of both high schools have spent many hours preparing for today's festivities. In a spirit of friendship and cooperation, the mascots of both schools lead off this morning's parade to show that although we are competitors, there is also good friends and neighbors. Please welcome the Cougar and Wesley the Lion.
this time, we would like to present West Young Woman of the Year, Darnella Kenton. Her escort is Scott Baker. Darnella will be competing in the county pageant Saturday, November 24th. She has been a varsity cheerleader for 3 years. She is the former president of the Black Culture Club. In addition, Darnella is the business editor of Aspects and faculty editor of the yearbook. According to Darnella, her most memorable experiences are participating in Girls State and visiting Russia for 3 weeks as a United States student ambassador.
Wall climber Cherry Hill West is 2 of 4, 36 yards. And Kevin Foley for the Cougars is 10 of 22 for 125 yards and an interception. For rushing for Cherry Hill West, it's mostly been the Booker Road Show, 10 carries, 24 yards. And he's got a touchdown. And for East, so far, most of the rushing has been done by Josh Steinberg. He's had 9 carries, 61 yards, including a 20-yarder, and he's also got a touchdown. For the rushing, West total is only getting 1.3 yards per carry, and East is getting almost 6 yards a carry on rushing. And when you look at the play breakdown, it looks like West has gone 14 plays rushing, only 4 passing. For East, it's been mostly passing, 22 passing plays, only 12 rushing plays. And so far, you got to look at the total offense has been mostly in favor of the Cougars, but the score still remains that West is ahead by 2 because of some untimely passing by Kevin Foley. And now as we bring in Sean from Cherry Hill West, he'll give us a little bit of a look at the Lions' play so far in the first half.
They've been a little erratic in the first half. Wall Climbers only thrown the ball 4 times. They're having a tough time running the ball. They've run the ball 14 times, as Mark said, only getting 1.3 yards a carry. When they come out in the third quarter, I think they have to throw the ball a little more, try and open it up a little more, and off that they should be able to run the ball.
Well, we'll be back with the start of the third quarter here on Cable Channel 18, Cherry Hill Public Schools Television. So stay with us as we're here for Homecoming 1990, East-West, the Crosstown Showdown.
Hi, I'm George Jetson with an important message from the 21st century. Despite all of our advances in technology designed to make life easier, we're still plagued by traffic congestion and smog. Air pollution is a growing problem in your century, too, but it doesn't have to be. For information on how you can help, contact the National Clean Air Coalition. Let's make the future crystal clear.
Okay, we're back here at Jonas E. Morris Stadium. The Lions will be kicking off to the Cougars. As we start the second half of play, the Lions are ahead 14-12. Here in a rainy, cloudy, mostly disgusting day in terms of weather, but that doesn't seem to dampen the atmosphere. Cherry Hill high school football fans still come out for a good one, and it's going to be the Cougars receiving the ball for the second half. Back deep, that's Josh Steinberg. And they also have, looks like James Francisconi.
Bogey has the ball teed up, ready on the 40, ready to kick the ball off. Come on, Tito! And we're set for the start of the third quarter.
This is going to be Josh Steinberg. He gets it at around the 15-yard line. Steinberg really went into on a good tackle.
And he's popped by Chris Croce.
Okay, that's going to be the first down for the Cougars. They have it around the 30-yard line as Josh Steinberg really didn't get much of a return there. Croce made a good tackle for the Lions.
First down, Cougars at the Cougar 30.
First and 10 for the Cougars. They have the ball at their own 30-yard line. Kevin Foley with the backs in the eye. And we're set to go. The first play of the second half is a pitch to Josh Steinberg. He comes around the outside and cuts inside for about 6 yards. Josh Steinberg, who had 61 yards carrying in the first half, including a touchdown, gets 7 more right there, and it'll be 2nd and 6.
The tackle was made by number 24, senior captain Booker Rhodes.
I'm sorry, it's 2nd and 4. Inside 11 minutes and 20 seconds to go here in the third quarter.
Second down, 4.
Foley with the backs in the open set. That's Steinberg and Zeberlein back there. Foley gives to Steinberg, and he stopped immediately in a great tackle by West linebackers right up there, and Steinberg dropped for a 2-yard loss. Excellent defense by the Lions.
the Cougars 34.
It'll be 3rd and 5 for the Cougars now. Wide receiver, they're split, backs in the eye. Steinberg was stopped for a loss his last time out. Now here's Foley. Back to pass. He pitches to Steinberg on a little play, and it's going to work. And Steinberg's going down the right sideline, and he's got about 20 yards on the play as Foley, with a little screen pass out to Steinberg, turned it into a 20-yard gain and a first down for the Cougars into West territory, down at about the 45-yard line.
He was stopped by free safety Walt Clymer, along with help from senior captain Booker Rhodes.
Ball at the Cougars 48.
That was a 23-yard gain there by Josh Steinberg.
And it looks as if we have a equipment timeout for East.
And for Foley, that'll put him up about the 150-yard mark so far in passing today. And despite the fact that he's missed on a couple of passes and been intercepted once and nearly intercepted a few other times, Foley's passing numbers really don't break down to be that bad. Bruce Weller coming into the game, that's number 71. He'll be playing offensive tackle. Weller, the 6'1", 200-pound senior, coming into the game as it looked like Dean Salvatore was hurt. Okay, 1st and 10 for the Cougars. They have the ball on the West 47-yard line. Foley with Zeberline in the backfield. Foley, back to pass. He looks and he's got Tom Cervantry wide open in the middle of the field, and he's cut to the right side. He's got blocking room, and he's going 15, 20, inside the 10 and down around the 8-yard line as Foley went to Cervantry, cutting inside from his right to his left. And Foley nailed him, and that's about a 40-yard gain.
Gary Pryor made a touchdown-saving tackle.
First down, Cougars.
That was a 42-yard pass completion from Foley to Cervantry, and it'll be spotted around the 11-yard line as Tom Cervantry really turned on the Jets. He caught the ball in the middle of the field and turned to the outside. That's a first down, and now here's Kevin Foley again, 1st and 10. Steinberg cuts to the right side, and he picks up about 4, down to about the 6-yard line, as the Cougars have it inside the West 10-yard line. And they better put 6 on the board this time. No more field goals. If East wants to stay in this game, they've got to score a touchdown here. They can't settle for 3.
Tackle made by Chris Croce. And Mark, when you look at it coming out in the second half, West looks a little flat, not as pumped up as they did in the first half. Kevin Foley is throwing at will on the West secondary.
Well, the Cougars are coming out playing some more inspired offense, and that's got to please Bo Wood. It's 2nd and 6 on the 6-yard line. Here's Kevin Foley. It goes to Steinberg, but he falls, and he slipped on the wet grass, and that'll cost the East Cougars. It'll be 3rd and 4 with about 9:20 to go here in the 3rd quarter. The Lions still up by 2 points. Third down, 4 yards to go for the Cougars. They have the ball at around the 3-yard line of, actually it's more like about the 8. 8-yard line at Cherry Hill West. Here's Kevin Foley. Backs in the eye. Foley back to pass. He's running out of time. He flushed out of the pocket, but he throws to the end zone. Touchdown, Cherry Hill East. Tom Cervantry makes the 8-yard touchdown reception, and it's 18-14 Cougars.
It was just a simple little crossing paddle across the middle as he beat Gary Pryor to the end zone. And East takes a 4-point lead.
Foley was flushed out of the pocket on that play as West lineman got in there quickly. But he made a good play, running to his left and throwing across his body into the end zone. Tom Cervantry makes the reception. And for Cervantry, that's his 5th touchdown reception of the season. Looks like the Cougars have called a timeout before they go for the extra point. They might be playing something. They could be going for 2 here.
Or they could be planning on running some kind of fake.
Well, for Tom Cervantry on the game, he's got 5 catches for 109 yards, and he's having an excellent day so far for the Cougars, and he's part of the reason why the offense has clicked on here in the second half.
A timeout has been called before the attempt.
There's a timeout on the field. 8 minutes, 40 seconds to go. 3rd quarter, Cherry Hill East 18, the West Lions 14. Okay, East is going to go for 2 on the play here. They're up 18-14. They're going to try to stretch that lead from 4 to 6. That's a pretty good call by Bo Wood. This is Kevin Foley now. He's got Matt Zeberline behind him. Foley. That's Steinberg in motion, running from his right to his left, and Foley rolling out to his right, goes to the end zone, and he's got Steinberg in for a 2-point conversion. Good play from Kevin Foley to Josh Steinberg, and the score now, with 8 minutes and 40 seconds to go in the third quarter, Cherry Hill East 20 and West 14.
That's exactly what West did not want, because now that shifts their momentum from West, who went with it to the locker room, back to East.
Go, Mark, go. All right, here are the Cougars kicking off now. It's Eric Henry.
That's Walt Clymer back deep, along with Kevin Brickner.
Henry's kick.
Clymer receives it. He's got a big hole. Tackled out past the 40.
That's Jake Jacobs on the tackle. And the Lions have the ball now on a good return there by Walt Clymer. They'll have it at around the 41-yard line.
And West now definitely needs to put some points on the board. Clymer with backs in the eye, Howard and Rhodes behind him. Cummings split wide right, Gray to his left. And that's Anthony Howard fighting for maybe a yard at the most up the middle.
Chris Dwyer on the tackle. Looks like West is almost exclusively running the ball right now. As I said in the first half, on 18 offensive plays, they ran the ball 14 times, and that was good enough for 12 points. But, you know, when you look at the play of West, it's not the offense that was getting the points. It was mostly timely defense by the Lions, so they've got to try to get the ball moving on offense.
It could have been more if they had capitalized on those 2 possible interceptions late in the second quarter.
Yes, Kevin Foley was lucky on those plays, but here are the Lions now, 2nd and 8.
Clymer again with the backs in the eye. He's got Cummings up top. Clymer. Oh, he's hit as he throws. It's caught by Rhodes. Luckily, Booker Rhodes was there.
That was Andy Chanowski who got into the backfield there to mess up Clymer as he pitched. And West did a good job to hold on to the football. They only lost 4 yards in the play, but they could have lost the ball completely.
That's the second time that's happened. Again, it happened in the first quarter.
It'll be 3rd and 12 for the Lions now.
We'll see what Clymer can do here on 3rd and long. He's got Cummings and Rhodes. Rhodes in the slot. Cummings wide left. Beaugray wide right. Howard in the backfield. Clymer drops back under pressure. Eludes it. Looking for receiver playing time. He's got, just overthrows Mark Cummings.
And let me tell you that Chris Dwyer had a great chance at knocking down Walt Clymer for a big loss, but Clymer did a great job to rush himself out of the pocket, and he had a man wide open downfield, but he just missed him.
As a matter of fact, he had 2 men. He had Booker Rhodes all the way down by the 20-yard line, and he also had Mark Cummings, just a little overthrown. It'll be 4th and 12. Beaugray in the punt.
Gino Piolo back deep for the Cougars.
It's a good snap. Bo takes it. And it could have been partially blocked. It takes a West bounce and rolls down to the 38-yard line.
Let me tell you something, that kick was not blocked, but Chris Dwyer was there. The ball was shanked, and I think that the West kicker knew pretty well that if he kicked it straight, it was going to go right into Chris Dwyer's arms. So it turned out to be a shank kick that went down to the 38-yard line.
He definitely felt the pressure.
Yeah, luckily for the bounce. And now we'll bring back onto the offense number 22, Kevin Foley for the Cougars, who on that last drive was 3 of 3 for 72 yards. And with 6:26 to go in the third quarter, the Cougars now back on offense with a 6-point lead.
What West needs right now is a 3-and-out series.
Foley back to pass. He's got time. He's going back to Tom Subantry on the same play they ran before. Running from his right to his left, now to the 45, 40, inside the 35, still on his feet. And he's down to about the 32-yard line as Tom Subantry did a tremendous job to avoid tacklers there as Foley ran the same play they ran on the last drive. Tom Subantry on a post pattern running from his right to his left came right across the field, and that's another 20-yard gain.
Kevin Brickner made the tackle, but 4 or 5 missed tackles could have stopped that play.
Well, Tom Subantry's got some good speed there.
He picked up a
30-yard pass completion there for the Cougars. It's 1st and 10 on the 33-yard line of the West.
He picked up some timely blocks there, too.
Foley with the back split. Back to pass again. Now he's rolling out to the left. Foley fires up the gun, and he's got Eric Henry complete down to about the 15-yard line. Henry sliding down for a good pass and a catch. And it's another first down for the Cougars, and Foley is really on fire now, and the Lions are in trouble.
Again, the stop was made by Kevin Brickner. 5:35 remaining in the third quarter.
A 17-yard pass completion from Kevin Foley. And that's another first down from the Cougars on the 16-yard line of West, and they're threatening again as Foley is moving the ball with authority and passing lightning-like completions. The backs in the eye now, that's Zeberline and Steinberg. Foley has over 100 yards passing in the quarter, and he gives this one to Josh Steinberg, who dances and makes the move, and he's still on his feet, and he runs into the end zone. No, he's down to the 2-yard line, and it looked like Steinberg saw enough open space. That was a 14-yard carry from Josh Steinberg to get it down to about the 2-yard line.
Booker Rhodes saved the tackle.
And I thought that Steinberg was going to get the 6 points there. But he's down to the 2-yard line, and now East will operate again. They have a 1st and goal here, 2 yards to the end zone, and a 6-point lead.
West has come out extremely flat here in the third quarter.
Foley, 5 of 5 for 116 yards in the quarter now. The backs are split. Foley to Zeberline. Did he get in? I don't think so.
And he stopped. A good push by the defensive line.
That was an excellent job of defense. Short yardage play by the Lions there, and it's going to be 2nd and 1. 4 minutes, 32 seconds to go, third quarter. 20-14 Cougars, but they are certainly threatening, and they are moving the ball with incredible authority here in the third quarter.
That was a mass defensive gang tackle on that play.
If West can come up with a big defensive series here, maybe hold the Cougars to 3, that would be a huge lift, but it looks like it's going to be tough to stop Foley on this drive here.
Yeah, Foley looks extremely sharp here in the third quarter. 2nd
and goal for the Cougars. Backs in the open set. Wide receivers are split. Eric Henry coming in motion to the near side, and Kevin Foley pitches to Josh Steinberg to the right side, and Steinberg is in for a Cougars touchdown.
It looked as if West had him stopped at the 1, but second effort got him into the end zone for the 6 points for West. For East, rather.
Josh Steinberg's 6th touchdown of the season rushing. And the Cougars have a 26-14 lead, and they have been strong on offense here in the third quarter.
It looks as if East will kick the extra point this time.
3 minutes, 58 seconds to go, third quarter.
Nope, they're going for 2.
Josh Steinberg's 2nd rushing touchdown of the game. He now has 7 on the season. And it looks like the Cougars are going to be going for 2 again. And it looks like they might be calling timeout again. Nope, it's a timeout for West.
West calls timeout. 2-point conversion here. We'll give them a 2-touchdown lead.
Well, Sean, you're taking a look at that West defense. Doesn't look like they can do much to stop Foley in this quarter. He made 100% of his passes complete for over 100 yards in the quarter, and looks like it's going to be tough for West to stop him down.
Yeah, the secondary has been burned a couple times for long gains, both times to Subantry, and they've got to do a better job on the pass. They're stopping the run relatively well, but it's the pass defense that needs to work.
Well, it's 26-14 Cougars here in the third quarter. And I've just been told by our statistician Todd Leon that the Cougars in this quarter alone have had 149 yards of total offense, and that is some domination on the offensive side of the football for the Cougars. running amok through their defense.
East comes out going for 2.
Here's the two-point conversion. Kevin Foley. He's got Matt Zeberline behind him. That's number 34. Foley calling the play. And he's ready to go. That's Josh Steinberg in motion, going to his right. Foley rolling out that way. Looks to the other way, and he's got a man wide open for a two-point conversion. That's Chris Dwyer. Great play. Great play by Kevin Foley. He faked going right and went left, and Dwyer was wide open.
It looked as if East was going to run the same two-point conversion as they did last time, sending Steinberg in motion. West kind of fell for it and went the other side to Dwyer for the 2 points.
Okay, now, 3 minutes, 58 seconds to go in third quarter. East 28, West 14. And it's been all East here in the second half. And if West, take a look at it this way, if the Lions can march down the field here, get some good offense going, they can get themselves right back in it. They're only down by 2 touchdowns. There's 15 minutes of football left in this game. So I think the Lions, what really comes down to is the Lions have to come up with a pretty good offensive series right here to try to stave off some of this East momentum.
Yeah, I think East may have come out a little flat looking ahead to Toms River next week. But they certainly rebounded here in the second half.
And West's offense hasn't been so strong. On 3 total plays in the third quarter, they have -2 total yards. Here's Eric Henry kicking off for the Cougars.
That's Brickner on the return, and he gets popped.
That was Kevin Lynch, number 54 for the Cougars on the tackle, and he nailed the West receiver. But they're going to have the ball around the 34-yard line. Not terrible field position for the Lions, but they've got to get themselves down the field in a hurry and start scoring some points.
I wouldn't be surprised if we see a quarterback change here soon. Mark Cummings, maybe.
It hasn't really been that it's Clymer's fault. He hasn't been throwing the ball all that much.
No, he's only thrown 5 times rather, completing 2, but Clymer stays in the game.
I think that if West wants something to get done with their quarterback, they've got to get him to throw the football.
He's got backs in the eye, Howard and Rhodes. Cummings wide left. Pitch to Rhodes. He's got room to run. And he's out to the 34, 35-yard line.
It looked like Bruce Weller, number 71. No, actually, it was number 81. That's Jason McBride, the 6'4", 165-pound senior, made a good tackle there for the Cougars and prevented West from kicking it further down the field.
Clock, 3:10 and running.
That'll be 2nd and 3 on a 7-yard carry there by the Lions.
Officials timeout. Need a new ball.
Ball at the line 38.
That's the first positive yardage West has in the third quarter.
2nd down, 3.
Here comes West. They've got Joe Anderson in the slot left, along with Mark Cummings. Backs in the eye. Here's the give to Rhodes. Outside, he stopped. He lost yardage.
That was Gino Priola, number 10 there. He came in from the backfield and planted a good tackle. And that's going to cost West a couple of yards.
It'll be 3rd down now for West. Bo Gray comes in. Next wide receiver. Booker Rhodes lost 1 yard on that play. It'll make it 3rd and 4. Bo Gray split wide left. Mark Cummings wide right. Anthony Howard in the backfield. Backs the open set. Here's Clymer dropping to Bo Gray. Cross. Oh, right through his hands.
Tom Cervantes was near him, but, Bo was open on that play. Cervantes came in a little bit late. He was lucky that Bo dropped the ball.
And it would have been enough for the first down. That'll make it 4th and 4. West will be forced to punt again. Bo Gray.
Well, the Cougars are starting to assert themselves now defensively also. That's 2 straight possessions for the Lions in which they haven't been able to move the football. And the Lions only have 22 yards rushing on the game. And I guess that when you're rushing the ball almost exclusively and you only have 22 yards rushing the ball total, and only 58 yards of total offense in the entire ball game, then bad things are going to start to happen, and now West has to punt. Clymer's only 2 of 6 for the ball game.
Snap back to Bo Gray. This time he gets a little better kick.
Gino Priolo calls for a fair catch at the 32-yard line of Cherry Hill East, and that's where the Cougars will take over. 2 minutes, 4 seconds to go, third quarter. It's the Cougars 28, the Lions 14. Here comes that Cherry Hill East offense again, led by Kevin Foley. Josh Steinberg is a lone setback. Tom Cervantes wide left. Eric Henry is wide right. And Foley is back to pass. Lives a late draw to Josh Steinberg. He's got lots of running room to the 40, to the 50. And Josh Steinberg gets almost into West territory. An 18-yard carry there by Josh Steinberg. He gets it all the way up to the East 48-yard line.
Tackle made by number 66, Brian Schaefer. And Foley had the West defense totally baffled on that play. Plenty of running room.
Kevin Foley so far in the ballgame, 15 of 27 for 246 yards. And that's more like the day that Bo Wood would have expected from Kevin Foley. He was only 10 of 22 in the first half, but he's been impressive so far here in the second. Cougars have the ball first and 10 on their own 48-yard line. Kevin Foley with the backs in the eyes, Everline and Steinberg. Foley on the give to Steinberg, cuts to his right, gets inside West territory, and he's down to about the 46 after about a 6-yard gain.
Tackle made by number 83, Steve Schmidt.
Steinberg's already carried the ball 8 times here in the third quarter. We're inside 90 seconds to go here in the third quarter. 51 yards carrying for Josh Steinberg so far in this quarter alone. And it's been a domination for East here in the third quarter. And if West can come up with something in the fourth, we might have a close one. But right now, it's looking like another Cougar victory for 1990 homecoming. And that would make them 8-1. But we're not counting our chickens yet. Or counting our turkeys. It's Thanksgiving. That's right. Here's Kevin Foley. Back to pass. He's got time, and he's got Tom Cervantes open on that play again. Cervantes trying to escape tacklers, but he can't, as West does a good job gang tackling Cervantes after about maybe a 5 or 6 yard gain down to the 42-yard line of the Lions.
Little after the play, proverbial action there. Tackle made by Chris Croce.
Doesn't look like the play was enough for a first down.
No, I don't think so.
It's going to be 3rd and 1. The pass only went for about 4 yards. Josh Steinberg has eclipsed the 100-yard mark in the ballgame. He already has 112 yards rushing for the game. And with Foley passing for about 250 yards and Steinberg rushing for over 100 yards, you're going to get a good ball game out of your offense. Here's Foley again, 3rd and 1. Backs in the open set, that Zeberline and Steinberg. Wide receivers are split. Kevin Foley gives to Matt Zeberline, who runs over the pile and gets down to about the 35-yard line. A 6-yard gain, plenty for the first down, and the Cougars continue to move the football.
Gary Pryor touched him once the play was over to make sure he was down. That's the end of the third quarter here at Jonas Seymour Stadium. East leads the West Lions 28-14.
We'll be back with David Smith coming up in the fourth quarter.
In the third quarter.
I don't know if you'll remember me, but I'll never forget you. I'm Mr. Signorelli's daughter. I didn't think about what would happen if he went into cardiac arrest. I didn't realize that at 6 a.m., a nurse would call the shots and save his life.
If you have the smarts and the guts to study biology, chemistry, anatomy, and psychology, call 1-800-962-NURSE. If caring were enough, anyone could be a nurse.
Okay, we're about to start quarter number 4. That's Jonas Steinberg. Trying to turn up the field, getting to the outside, and 3 white jerseys fall right on top of him at about the 32-yard line.
Stuffed by Kevin Brickner, Booker Rhodes, and Brian Schaefer. All 3 in on the tackle. 2nd down and 5. Clock running, 11:30.
That third quarter was a good one for Cherry Hill East, almost 200 total yards. Kevin Foley passing for 128 yards in the quarter, and it looks like he's going to pass here again. He goes across the middle. Dwyer can't hold on to it.
Coverage by Gary Pryor. But that probably should have been a catch.
Looks like there are 3 East receivers in the vicinity. Eric Henry and Matt Zeberline were also close to the action there. It's going to be 3rd down and 5.
That's a problem for West because they can't key on just one receiver. East has many weapons on this offense of theirs.
Well, I noted earlier in the game that they're going to have a lot of coverage on Eric Henry and Tom Zavansky, meaning that they're going to have to go to Dwyer and Zeverline or players like that for a lot of the game. Here's Steinberg with the carry. He's getting to the outside, and he's going to be pushed out of bounds. And there's a penalty flag on the play.
A late hit on Chris Croce. Tackle was made by Kevin Brickner, but that'll be 15 more yards for the East Cougars.
Looked like he just barely got the first down, but it doesn't matter now. They're going to tack on some more yardage to Steinberg's gain.
That's a personal foul.
Personal foul against the Lions.
Now, Kevin Foley had a tough first half, but if you look, once the rain has stopped, he's performed well in the second half, and it rained throughout the first half, so, and he did have trouble throwing the ball in the first half, so I think the elements played a big part in Kevin's poor performance in the first half.
The penalty moves the ball down to the Cherry Hill West 13-yard line.
Clock stopped at 11:09. Here would put this game away.
Henry and Savansky are wide left. Zeverline and Steinbach lined up in the I formation. Foley's going to pass the screen to Josh Steinberg, and he's going to be pulled down at about the 7-yard line.
The initial stop was made by Gary.
Steinberg on the stop by Fryer.
Ball on the Cherry Hill West 8-yard line. Second down and 6.
4-yard pickup there for the Cougars. We're going to see the same offensive setup, just about, for the Cougars. Foley rolling out. He guns it in. Steinberg again.
Tackle made by
running.
Tackle made by number 66, Brian Schaefer.
That's going to be down at about the 4-yard line.
And clock stopped. 10:13 remaining in this fourth quarter.
There was just a penalty on Cherry Hill East there. Going to be holding against the Cougars.
It's a big break for Cherry Hill West. Although what that may do is give Kevin more room to operate inside the 10-yard line. Well, that pushes them back all the way to the 24-yard line.
Back at the 24 of the line.
Defensive changes. Brian Schaefer coming out. Mark Cummings coming in.
It's going to be 3rd and 21 for the Cougars. This would be a big stop for the Lions. Cougars want to push this ball in the end zone and try and put this game away. Foley back to pass.
He's got plenty of time.
The screen, and
he's
going to be
tackled.
pulled down, and he's going to lose about 4 yards on that play.
Senior Chris Updike was in on the tackle, along with Brickner, Booker Rhodes.
Loss of 6 yards on the play. It's now going to be 3rd and 27.
Third down, 27.
Clock running, 9:15 remaining in our fourth quarter.
Savansky right, Henry is wide left. Josh Steinberg alone, step back. Foley back to back.
Plenty of time. No pressure.
And over the middle, he's got Henry. Just in front of the first down marker. This is going to be close. Depends on the spot.
That is completed to Henry, top by Rhodes.
And it looks as if it comes up just short.
Well, they are way off. That is the original line of scrimmage. Foley's completion got the Cougars to. That's only a 15-yard gain. They need about
another 10 yards.
7.
Another 10 yards, 12 yards to pick up the first down.
Yeah, that's how those penalties really hurt you. But now they're in field goal range. Eric Henry, the hold from Foley. It's up and
good.
3 points for the Cougars.
31-yard field goal for Eric Henry. His third of the game. And that gives East a commanding 31-14 lead. 8:23 remaining in the fourth quarter. West looks like West might need a miracle to pull this one out.
That might have just deflated the Lions on that one. I don't know if can come back with anything on this next drive. But you got to give Coach Smith and the West squad credit. They came out here and they tried to play tough, but this one isn't over yet. Getting there.
These are two teams in different directions. East is a dominating team, obviously, as known going to the playoffs, and West is a very young team. Only about 8 seniors on the team, and next year or two they will be good.
I think both teams will be good next year. I think West has a good opportunity to play some good football. The kickoff from Henry.
And it's caught by Clymer at the 10, 20, 30, and he's out to about the 31-32 yard line.
Josh Steinberg, in the first game this season in which he's rushed over 100 yards, with 19 carries, he's over 120 yards in the game. Exactly 120 yards this game for Josh Steinberg. And that's a pretty incredible total.
Here comes West.
In the last 8 games with Cooper, Steinberg's rushed for 262 yards, and in this one game alone, he's got 120, but now the West offense is set up.
Backs in the open set. Clymer drops back. He's got pressure. He gets rid of it, and it's incomplete.
Well, they call that a trap.
They called it a trap. It's tough to see from our viewpoint up here.
Savansky was right there.
But so were the refs, so they call it a trap. It'll be 2nd and 10, 7:48 remaining in the fourth quarter.
That would have been a great catch if he could have put it off.
Clymer's
2 for 7 here.
For only 36 yards. Both passes have gone to Mark Cummings. That was an ill-advised pass by Walt Clymer there. He was under pressure. He should have just thrown that out of bounds.
Well, now isn't she cute?
Fan enjoying the 1990 homecoming game. Anthony Howard, the only one in the backfield. He's got Clymer rolls out. He's going to Mark Cummings, and it is knocked away.
Pressure was there by Chris Griffin, defensive end for the Cougars. Clymer really didn't have much of a choice but to throw that pass into double coverage.
Cummings is upset. He's looking for a flag from the ref. But none will be thrown. It'll be 3rd and 10, 7:41 remaining, fourth quarter. As Clymer looks to the play. I think you can count on a pass here from West. But Joe Anderson is checked into the game. He's wide left along with Mark Cummings. Booker Rose is lined up in the slot left. Anthony Howard's the only back in the backfield. 3rd and 10. Clymer is rolling out, looking for Cummings, and it is overthrown, intended for Joe Anderson.
Almost intercepted again. Andy Chinovsky was there to put the pressure on that time.
It'll be 4th and 10. Clymer seems to be rolling out every time, and he's having trouble. He's throwing across his body every time.
You know, if I were on the West Side line, I think I might make a change in. Or maybe earlier, put in Cummings at quarterback and give Clymer an opportunity.
I looked for that. I said that midway through the third quarter, I thought they might try to put a spark in the offense, but they stuck with Clymer throughout the game.
Well, also a very good receiver also. You know, he can beat you a lot of different ways.
Yeah, he's a multi-talented athlete. Also plays basketball and baseball. Here's the snap. Bo Gray kicks it, and is caught by the up-back.
Whoa. Steve Smith ends up with that one, trying to turn on the corner, and it's going to be in West territory at about the 43-yard line.
Excellent field position again for East.
Smith wasn't expecting that one.
No, didn't look at it. .7:25 left in the game.
He's trying to put this game away for good. Chris Broadbelt line up in the backfield. But that one's going to go to James Francisconi. He tries to turn the corner and gets a few yards in the play. He's bringing in their reserves for the most part. Francisconi, though, in 3 carries this year, gained 51 yards, averaging 17 yards per carry. Kevin Foley, the handoff again. Francisconi. He turns on the heat. One man to beat. He's trying to get it. That's going to be a touchdown, Cougars. Jim Francisconi turns on the speed and takes it into the end zone. He is the Cougar running back of the future, no doubt about it. Jim Francisconi with his 2nd touchdown of the year.
West had pressure in the backfield, had a chance to wrap him up, but he was able to escape and get that and scamper down the sidelines for a 38-yard touchdown. 37-14 as East looks to tack on the extra point.
Once he got to the outside, wow. Here's Henry. Dead on. Extra point is good.
Francisconi displayed some rather good speed on that play. Got around the corner, escaped, eluded 2 tackles, as well as one in the backfield.
Foley so far in the game is 19 for 32 with 261 yards. He's thrown for a 1 touchdown and 1 interception, but it didn't matter on that drive. That was all Jim Francisconi, a sophomore with a bright future ahead of him.
And in contrast, quarterback for West, Walt Clymer, only 2 of 8 for 36 yards. It's been a tough day for the West offense.
Francisconi just put the nail in the coffin with Terrio West there with 6:35 remaining in the 4th quarter.
Brickner and Clymer back deep for the Lions.
Unbelievable. After a slow start, West was leading.
West had an early 7-0 lead on the 75-yard interception return by Kevin Brickner.
14-12 at half, and he's poured it on.
They've exploded here in the 2nd half.
But you know, that happens a lot with the Cougar team. Last week against Eastern, they were trailing at halftime. They were down at 1 point, 21-0, and they roared back. To win it 28-21.
Bobbled by Brickner. He recovers, and he's knocked down at the 24-yard line.
Jake Jacobs is doing a good job to get down there and wrap them up.
And they're bringing Walt Clymer back on the field one more time.
The attitude here on the east side is not one of victory, it's one of anticipation. They can't wait because exactly this time next week, the Cougars will be taking on Toms River North in the Group 4 state playoff.
Here's Clymer. Rhodes the only setback in the backfield. He's got Joe Anderson wide left. Rhodes goes in motion. He throws a lateral back to Rhodes. He's got room to run out about the 38-yard line.
Rhodes has the speed. We've seen that quite often. It's the capacity in which they use him may be a little bit of a problem.
Yeah, Booker Rhodes is one of the main focal points in this West offensive attack.
Individually, they've got a lot of good weapons, but as a team, West still has a year or two.
Oh yeah, they're about a year or 2 away. When the bulk of this team, when the sophomores and juniors, when they move up a year, this team will have a future.
And give credit to Coach Smith, doing a great job coming in here and taking over.
Here comes the blitz. Clymer picks it up. Has to get rid of the ball. Oh, he's sacked.
He's in big trouble there. Andy Carnell with the pressure and pulls him down for the sack.
He had a couple chances to get rid of that ball. Instead, he ate it and took the sack. 5:39, clock running here in the 4th quarter.
Carnell's first sack of the year.
That completion 2 plays ago to Booker Rhodes was Walt's first since the 2nd quarter. Now 3 for 9. He's got Joe Anderson going split right. Bo Gray split left. Howard and Rhodes in the backfield, open set. Here's Clymer dropping back. He's got pressure. He's going to air it out. It's short to Joe Anderson, but he makes the catch at about the 36-yard line.
Can you believe that ball was caught? Pressure, about 3 red jerseys in Walt Clymer's face. He just launched the ball, threw it up any which way, 3 Cougars in the area, and he pulls it down for a 37-yard gain. I can't believe that one.
That ball was very underthrown, but Joe Anderson saw the ball, stopped, came back, and was able to make the catch. Ball on the 37-yard line.
The band is calling for Zimble, Randy Zimble, the quarterback here in Cougars' next offensive series. We'll have to see. West looks to be driving. They want to hold on to the ball for a little while longer here.
There's Clymer back to pass. Has protection, airs it out. He's got Cummings across the middle. And he eludes a couple tackles. He's down to about the 10-yard line.
No, that pass I can understand being complete.
Mark Cummings making his 3rd catch of the half. Catch of the game, rather. That's Walt's 4th completion in 10 attempts in this game. There's West. Anderson split left. Cummings wide right. Cummings, Clymer back to pass. He's got Booker Rhodes, and we have a flag on the play.
They're going to call pass interference.
We could have pass interference.
On that is a very tough call. Number 35, Hackenberg, applying the pressure on defense. He looked to be going for the interception. He's a little bit shorter than. Wow, that's a tough call.
Defensive pass interference. That ball was kind of up for grabs. That could have been incidental contact, but they've thrown a pass interference penalty at the East defense. Gives West a 1st and 10. 1st and 7 rather now. And the ball's on the 7-yard line.
Gonna move it half the distance
to the goal. Anthony Howard checks out. Chris Cochee checks back in lineup. Cummings splits wide right. Bo Gray in the slot left. Cochee and Booker Rhodes in the backfield. Here's the pitch to Rhodes. He's got room. Nope, he's down to about the 10-yard. He's down to, about the 5.
Nothing doing there. Number 26, the initial hit.
Booker Rhodes is still down. He looks to be hurt. Nope, he just looks like he got the wind knocked out of him.
3 yards on that play. Rhodes looked like he had the outside if he could have made it out to the corner, but he decided to turn it up. And they ended up losing 3 yards in the process.
Good containment by the East defense.
With that Hail Mary, I hope someone catches it pass, Walt Clymer has made it to the 100-yard mark.
4 for 10 on the day.
100 yards passing for the Lions and 44 yards rushing, a total of 144 yards for the game.
Most of it's come on this drive. There's Walt. Oh, he's sacked. Didn't even see it coming. He was hit from the blind side. Ball's back to about the 25.
Bruce Weller with the penetration, his 1st sack of the year.
And that kind of sums up the kind of day it's been for Cherry Hill West.
Weller, untouched coming through that offensive line.
Nobody picked him up.
Clymer.
3 minutes left in this game. 3rd and 21 for West, trying to show a little respectability, get on the board again. He's got Howard and Croce in the backfield. Cummings and Gray, split left. Here's Clymer back to pass, gets protection, lofts it up, and it's picked off.
And he falls down. Whoa, Ken Harrison makes the interception.
At the 4-yard line.
But he trips, falls down. He had some running room there. But he still picks off the play. You know, that was a good drive for West. But you got to consider that came against pretty much everybody there was the reserves on the East team. And it ended up being an interception to begin with to end off the drive.
Walt had an open receiver in the right corner of the end zone, but he decided to throw into double coverage. And it was picked off.
The Lions offense just was not on today.
2:20 rather left in this game. East looks to run out the clock.
He says they're going to call a timeout there to avoid the delay of game penalty. And pretty much all the reserves are in now. This is mop-up time. East is saving themselves.
And this has been a tune-up for next week's game against Toms River North. That game will be seen on Cable 18.
At the conclusion of today's contest, the Alpha Dark Memorial Trophy will be
Here we go, 2:11 left in the fourth quarter.
Kruger's coming back with Andrew Dwyer at quarterback. He's the Foley's backup, and pretty much all the reserves are in now, and they're just going to run this 2 minutes off the clock. Timeout West. Stops the clock at 2:03.
Impressive West, Cherry Hill East offense. Don't know many teams that can stop them.
There's Mickey Geist there signaling victory, and
At quarterback for the Cougars, number 14, Andy Dwyer. Ball at the Cougar 8. Second down, 7.
Comes east of the line of scrimmage.
Dwyer pitches that one to Craig Cherkis. He gets a few yards. Gets hit hard, though, by about 5 white jerseys there.
It's basically a gang tackle, not one single West player making a tackle. The flag. They give the tackle, they try to tackle to Chris Croce.
Gain about a yard on the play.
3rd and 7, minute 35 and running. Man calls for 3rd string quarterback, Randy Zembel.
Personal favorite of the Cherry East band. Has yet to play in a varsity game this year. Breaking out to the outside, it's going to be a loss of yards.
Penetration in the backfield by Dan Laird.
Time of Francisconi.
West calls timeout. Minute 7 left. Basically trying to avoid the inevitable. A 38-14 loss. It'll be 4th and 10.
Whoa, watch this. Chris Dwyer and Eric Henry are checking into the game. Dwyer's going to be in with the special teams, but Henry's going to punt. They have Chris Broadbelt who can punt. How about a fake here? A fake punt.
I think that would be a bit rubbing it in.
Josh Steinberg's also checking in. There's the sign, puts him in. He really wants Zembel. He's yet to play a second in a varsity game. He was injured earlier in the year, and wow, is he a favorite of this band.
Would be nice to see him get a few seconds in the game.
Well, I say, personally, if he doesn't play now, he's not going to play. He's got Toms River North next week, and if East does win, they're going to have the winner of the Cherokee Mobile team.
Got the punt formation in. High kick. The Climbers back to receive it. Takes a definite east bounce all the way down. And it keeps rolling past the 45 to the 46-yard line. 40 yards more.
You know, that just sums up the kind of day it's been for Cherry Hill East versus Cherry Hill West. That was a good 15 yards. That ball rolled down the field.
Only 54 seconds left in this game.
First down Lions at the Cougar 46.
See what West does, see if they'll try to run a few plays, or if they'll just sit on the ball.
50 seconds left. Definite anticipation on the east sideline. They are buzzing.
Howard and Rhodes in the backfield. There's Clymer dropping back to pass. He throws, and it's caught by Cummings. Bit of a wounded duck on the pass, but nonetheless still caught by Mark Cummings.
Nice pull down there by Mark.
Now the catch to go with the hurry-up offense. 21 seconds left. Same formation, Bogray wide left. Cummings wide right. Clymer drops back. Goes to Cummings again. And he gets out of bounds. Stop the clock with 9 seconds left.
Well, with 9 seconds left, we pretty much can sum up this game by saying the East offense was diversified, dominating many different weapons, but pretty much with West, it was Clymer to Cummings or Rhodes to run the ball.
Basically, none of it really worked.
Pretty much East is going to get the hang of it.
Here's Clymer, dropping back to pass. He's under pressure. He's got to air it out.
Carnell looking for a second sack of the game. He's not going to get it.
That's
caught in the end zone.
For a touchdown with no time remaining on the clock.
Touchdown, Lions.
Can you believe that?
Wow.
What a way to end the game. A Hail Mary pass from Paul Clymer to Mark Cummings. No time remaining on the clock.
You know, they're going to attempt this extra point here, too.
Probably go for 2.
What a way to end this football game.
38-20. Well, the West offense ends the game on a positive note. Didn't win the game, but they have to be proud of the effort they came out with today. Knowing they were going up facing a much tougher, probably more talented Cherry Hill East team.
Well, while we have the opportunity, I think we should thank our crew here, Cable 18. They all do a great job. Got about 3 cameramen down there and a man in the booth in the truck. Without them,
without them, none of this.
None of this would be possible. This last second touchdown and the 2-point conversion attempt.
And up the middle. I think they ran a little reverse right there.
It looked to be like a draw of some kind, a delayed draw play. But West gets the 2 points in, and the 3 fans remaining on the other side of the field cheer. Doesn't mean much.
Both teams joined the middle of the field, congratulating each other. Very competitive game, but both schools are very competitive, but overall, good friends.
Final is 38-22. We'll be back with some final stats and a post-game wrap-up right after this.
I smoked for about 30 years. I knew what it was doing to me. You know, my doctor gave me 1,000,001 reasons to quit, all perfectly sensible. But you know why I finally did it? Had to do with an upcoming birthday. Yours.
It's never too late to quit. For free help and information, call 1-800-4CANCER.
Final score, the Cougars 38, the Lions 22. As East pulls its record up to 8-1 and West falls to 2-7, we have a few final numbers for you. Clymer, the quarterback for West, was 8 of 16 for only 144 yards, a touchdown and an interception. In terms of rushing, it was mostly Rhodes. He had 14 carries, but only 23 yards, as West was really unable to move the football with any effectiveness in the second half, and really most of the game. Kevin Foley, on the other hand, for the Cougars, 19 of 32 for 261 yards. Excuse me, 19 of 32 for 261 yards for the victorious Cougars, as they pull their record up to 8-1. And just a few more numbers for you. It was mostly Josh Steinberg in terms of rushing the ball for the Cougars. 19 carries, 120 yards for the Cougars. That was Josh Steinberg rushing the football. 170 total yards on the ground for the Cougars, and they pull their record up to 8-1 with this 38-22 victory. Well, for Sean Mayall, David Smith, Drew Golan, our statistician Todd Leon, and everybody here at Cable 18, including our director Gordon Hampson, this is Mark Schenken saying, have a good one, and we'll see you next year for Homecoming 1991. This is Mark Schenken saying, have a good one.